with this second round, are you seeing? I know you said that the loan size is smaller, but are there any specific businesses or I guess sectors would be the better word, that are coming up this time, or is it still pretty even across the board?
We're seeing a little bit of every type of business, small business industry. I mean, whether it's a hair salon or a pet groomer, the round one PPP programs were the larger. They were the real estate properties that are non-owner occupied, so these would be strip plazas.
Mm-hmm.
So those type trucking facilities, hotel motels. The larger ones were in that group. The second one were really smaller businesses.
Okay. And I know that these loans are meant to be forgivable down the road once the 8 weeks is up. Have you gotten any sort of guidance on sort of what businesses will need to do to get that loan forgiven? I know there's sort of the criteria they've laid out, but I mean, have you gotten anything on how to actually verify that, what you'll be looking at, anything like that?
Actually, I kind of chuckle here because I'm already getting early today emails from our staff there as we have, transitioned from round one or round two to what are the next phases. Next phases are exactly what you're talking about, is starting to really focus on the forgiveness aspect, and also doing just getting back to normal business. We had loans in our pipeline before the SBA loans and the PPP program became available, and it kind of got shut down for a 3 or 4 week period of time as we were closing lobbies and working out of drive-throughs, focusing on the SBA loans. So we want to circle back to getting back to more normal lending practices. We have existing customer new requests, but forgiveness, we're in the early stages of trying to really figure out what the bank's role is in this stage. I think there's some confusion, maybe, and not a lot of clarity as far as information that's available through SBA. A lot of this sounds like it will be the business working with their accountant to put together the documentation for the forgiveness. So there's some difference of opinion on what the bank's role is going to be in the forgiveness stage. So that's something we have to assess over the next week or so.
Do you have any idea of even just advice for businesses that are preparing for this, things they should be keeping track of, documents they should be getting together, things like that? Or is it still so far out that you can't even really say yet?
I know and again, I think with some of our relationships with our centers of influence, and these are really the regional accounting firms, the local accounting firms, a lot of them have established some type of calculator function.
Mm-hmm.
They're calculating what the payroll costs are. Obviously 75% of this the money's had to be geared towards payroll costs rather than occupancy costs. So, these calculators should help the small business really identify what it is, the type of documentation, what type of information they need to put together over the next couple of weeks to support the forgiveness aspect of the PPP loan.
For over a century, Farmers National Bank has stood strong. Through booms and busts, peaks and valleys, we've learned to know the seasons and how to grow in each of them. During challenging times, everyone is reminded of the value of solid relationships in both life and business. Farmers, stand strong.